welcome to another episode of Design Tips and Sips. I'm Anna Gibson with AKG Design Studio. This is the show that brings you everything about interior design, lifestyle, wellness, and today, flowers. I am not just flowers, so I am super excited to have my amazing guest today, Narcisa, and we are going to be talking about flower arrangements, but not just flower arrangement, very specific one called Ikebana.
Yes.
So I got into it through my actually Chabad group couple of months ago. And then in the world of Meta, they started to show me all these things, and that's how we got connected. So I'm really excited to show you how to do it in your own home. And of course, Ikebana is a Japanese way to put flowers, but I'll let her talk about all that because I don't know anything. But because we're all about Japan today, we are going to be drinking sake because that's what we do on this show. So cheers!
Kanpai.
Kanpai. And sake is a Japanese rice, fermented rice drink. So you can serve it hot or cold. And there's also one of the recent versions that I found that is actually bubbly, very dangerous. Like, man, it is like super dangerous. You can finish it very quickly. So anyway, now that we have our drink out of the way, woo! All right, we already have bloopers. Yay! We're not even had that to.
Yes.
Hi, Narcisa. How are you?
Hi,
and welcome to the show.
Well, hi. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that. And I'm so happy that I get to share a little bit of Ikebana and something that other people, they can just bring it into their home. And today we're going to create some few arrangements.
Sure. So before we jump into the arrangement, tell me how you got started with Ikebana.
Okay, so the way I started with Ikebana is very interesting. When I was younger, I wanted to learn a different language, and it was either Japanese or Chinese. So while searching that, there were no spots available, and it was one that I was able to register for, and it was Sojutsu School Ikebana. So actually I said, oh my gosh, that's perfect. It's the Japanese culture, so I'm gonna do it. So I got hooked because of the difference that it is between Western and Japanese. So since then, I've been practicing. Again, I was trained in Sojutsu school. There are a lot of schools out there in Japan, but the oldest one is Ikenobo, and it's very intricate. So there are a lot of rules with that. But Sojutsu school is more modern and playful. So that's what I like to do, pretty much create art with flowers.
Okay. So what does actually Ikebana means?
Ikebana is to bring flowers to life.
Ooh, okay.
So you do take the flower from the garden or a floral shop, but you take that and you give it a new life. It's going to be in a different form. So it's not like a little bush or rows of flowers. It's just basically you give them another chance of life, and you're creating something new. And
that's also what I love it, because a lot of times now with my flowers, you buy a full flower arrangement, but for some reason, like I'm actually looking at that one miserable there in the corner. You can see that because I got a lot of flowers for my birthday, and some of them like are half dead, some of them are not. And that's what I actually started to implement it in my house, is taking it and taking the ones that are still good and creating a whole different arrangement, and it lasts for another 2 weeks. So like it is kind of giving that a new lease on life for that flower bouquet that is almost dead, but like it's too small now to use the whole thing. But yeah,
you may be surprised that actually with Ikebana, nothing is permanent. So we give them a new life, but we appreciate the time that passes. And sometimes you may see a leaf that is eaten by little bugs, but that is also so pretty that you can bring it in. So it's not about perfection, it's about imperfection, but that's what makes it perfect in
All
a
right.
way.
So let's jump into it. And then, so now tell me how many rules? There's a lot of rules. I don't know. Japanese are very strict about this thing. So like about their art and stuff like that. So is there a lot of rules to follow?
With Sojutsu School, which I like to keep on doing that and encourage other people to do it, is there are just few little rules and you just follow them, and there are three.
Okay, 3 rules.
So it's super easy. Basically, you will choose a container. It can be the most traditional one that starts is the moribana. So it is a lower dish.
Okay.
But I have tall dishes or your little butt vases you can use. You can use anything from your kitchen, actually.
Okay. But mostly it's
mostly
lower.
for, yes,
Yeah, okay.
what we are going to use. And the rule is we have 3 lines that we are following.
Okay.
And with this, they're called Shin, Soe, Hikae. That means Shin is the heaven, Soe is the human, and Hikae is the earth. So we're all connected in a way. So we're going to create that. As long as you have the rules, the 3 lines that you want to add them into your arrangement, then you can still add a little bit here and there just to fill in the way you like. So you create something that you want. Like I said, I'm repeating myself with Sojutsu. It's so playful and it brings the beauty from within. So, and then you create your own art. It's kind of like painting. Not by numbers, but just you start painting and that is your art. But this is art with flowers.
All right, perfect. So you need a lower type of vase like this. So this one is from your studio. It actually already has pre-made holes in there. So we'll show there's other ways to do it as well. But a lower dish.
Yes.
Shearing scissors.
Yes.
Super cute. I guess a towel.
And a towel, of course.
All right.
And a container that we have water. So the reason to do that with flowers, the reason is when we take the stem, first we are going to insert in the container with the water, and you just cut. The reason to do that, when you have your container here filled with water, you take this that is cut under the water.
Okay.
And when you place it, you stop the air going in and the flower will absorb more water.
Okay.
The flower will absorb the water. So the air usually, when it goes in, it kind of tilts the flower and it doesn't survive too long.
Gotcha. So that's part of the problem when we get the flowers from the store. Unless we put maybe even a little bit of water in the bag that they give us to bring it home, it's already been for like, at least 20 minutes, half an hour by the time we're going shopping. And then we put them by the time we arrange them. So they've been like already like soaking too much oxygen and now they're, gotcha. All right.
So
that's a good tip to know. So in general, if you are picking up flowers in the grocery store, I guess pick them last, right? At least, because we always pick them up when we walk in. But maybe you should circle back, pick them last, so then it's the fastest route to your vase at home.
I will say do that.
Okay.
Sometimes when I know I'm getting flowers, let's say just a bouquet for someone else, I will have either a rag, moisten in water, or paper towel.
Okay.
Just make sure it's soaked in water, and then you just wrap, and it will have some moisture.
Okay, that's a good tip. Thank you.
So
all right.
Too.
Okay, so we cut the flower here, drench in water, and then we move it straight.
In the container.
In the container. All right.
So the way to do that.
How do you select flowers? We have a lot of beautiful flower arrangements.
We have different flowers. I would like to go. We can do This is the ranunculus.
This
It's
is
a
beautiful.
butterfly ranunculus. The reason I actually grabbed it, so we can have 1 and 2 for you,
All right.
and 1 for me, and there we go.
Here.
So I like that it has a lot of lines and curves. I look for that imperfection. Usually you get your flower, they're straight, they're beautiful.
Yep.
But with Ikebana, we like a lot of movement. So the reason, the first thing that we are going to do, as I mentioned, we were talking about the first step that we do. So the sheen, which is the heaven, usually it is twice the container width.
Okay. So, like this. Okay. All right.
And then we'll go with the second line, and we can use.
Does it matter where it faces? Like, does it need to
Well,
face into?
So basically, it needs to face you. So
okay.
right now, I'm kind of facing towards the camera,
Right. Yeah.
but it will be nice if you can have it in front of you because you will know what's going to be.
Gotcha.
All right, so that is our.
But the whole design usually faces inside the container.
Faces you as a person.
As a person.
So
Okay.
Ikebana doesn't have a bag for Sojatsu. There will be a different style that if it's called just the art of throwing in, and we can do this one quick and then you'll see.
All right.
All right. Every flower needs to face you. The second, I will go with, that'll be the sheen. So the sheen, the soe, that's the human, I'm sorry. That will be 3/3 of the height.
See, I told you there's rules. You have to measure stuff. So 3/3 of the height. So
Yes.
like, all right. All right. And are we putting it in the same hole, I guess?
You can put it anywhere.
Okay.
This, I designed them just for my groups. And I'll explain that later.
Okay, all right.
It's 3D design by me, and nobody has this.
That is
which
awesome.
Is really
yes.
nice. So now that we have the second piece, I will look for the third one. So it can be anything that you would like. So you can choose anything that will pop. Maybe I can use some of the green.
Okay.
Just to give us some lines.
And that's going to be the earth. So that's going to be
That will
lower.
be the earth and lower.
Okay. So. All right. All right. So you can do the first cut outside the water, but then put it in the water and then do another cut in the water. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And maybe I'm going to add another piece to go here.
And you can use those pieces too, right?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I'll show you
Okay.
what you can use in another style.
All right.
So this will be your sheen, soe, hikae. And you can add more green if you want.
Will you add it in the same height or lower or
lower.
lower? Okay.
I will just do lower.
Okay.
Because that will be the earth that grounds everything.
All right.
All right.
Ta-da!
Okay. So that will be the face. Can I?
Yeah,
look
absolutely. Yeah.
quickly?
Yeah.
All right. So I like how everything is just flowing. And this one is not facing us for
Mhm.
some reason, but we can change the style.
Okay.
If you really like this piece, we can put it right here. And we can change, like go with this one. Sorry, there we go. And then we can change with this one to go lower.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
even
let you
lower.
do that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Look at that. That definitely
Okay.
looks much better.
So the reason we are doing this, so basically we created lines.
Mhm.
So we have the lines, we have the negative space.
Okay. What is the negative
The
space?
negative space is helping you as a viewer to pay attention just to the flowers, the lines, and everything else. With Western flower arrangements, they're all round. You need to fill in every gap to make it
Right.
beautiful and full and lots of colors. And that's the goal, just to make sure everything gets filled in to be round and colorful. And usually they stay longer because you use preservatives. And with Ikebana, you will see that once you leave the flowers in, you just let them run their course. You see, we have little buds here. So what's going to happen at one point, this one will go bad, and just nicely, you just let it
Let
go.
it be. Okay.
Let it be. That's the beauty of it. Then you can just remove this one and let the other two come to life. But yeah, so it's kind of like an interior design. You want to declutter things so you can see that item that you want the viewer to have the focus on. It may be a fireplace, it may be a corner, a nook of your room. So, but that's how it's just bring the attention for the viewer to.
And I think that's why I love it, because, you know, our design philosophy is very clean, very modern, very contemporary. I'm not a maximalist. I'm not about like, let's just shove things and layer things one on top of the other. I'm the opposite. I'm like, let's take things in. So you, like you said, you can pay attention just for this flower and it's not getting lost for everything else. It's like, let's do that focal point in the room that's going to be shine versus having so many things that you walk around and you just like don't know where to put your eyes on, right? Yes, it's very also, it's very calming, very zen, right?
Exactly.
When you're looking at something, you can sit and meditate with these flowers, right?
Exactly. So that is another thing, that with flowers, you get the chance to touch the nature, and it might not come up perfect, but you can always say, oh, I found another bud that I can use it instead of this one. I'll put something else. But you can create this every day. You can change the arrangement. You can still leave one piece, but you can put another one. So you kind of create new art second day or third day. But it's for you to slow down, relax, take a breath, because our days are so long and we're so busy and we're between the deadlines and scrolling also.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. The dead scrolling. Yes.
So here is just to slow it down and center you. And a very interesting fact about Ikebana, it started with Buddhists that will bring their flowers, long branches at the temple. Then it moved into Ikebana and the warriors. Can we put a pause on that?
They'll cut it. It's
oh my
fun.
gosh.
The ninjas? Ninja warriors. They'll fine. They'll cut it off. You're fine.
The samurais.
The samurais.
I'm sorry, that's all.
No, that's fine. The
Okay,
samurais.
So the samurais, in order to be a true warrior, samurai, of course, you need to know how to battle, right?
Yeah.
You need to learn the art of tea ceremony and Ikebana.
Wow.
And guess what? They were doing Ikebana a night before the battle because it centers you, it calms you down, and you focus on what you need to do. So that is a very interesting fact that I learned long ago. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys used to do Ikebana. It's not just women. Yes, it started with men, and then women started to add in, and then we have so many schools around the world.
Yeah, the whole art of like the samurai slowing down. I finally tried Tai Chi like 2 weeks ago in my gym, and I'm like, if you guys know me, I have zero patience.
Yes.
And that was testing my patience of like going slow and moving and all that. But like when you actually start thinking about it from the samurai and looking at all the movements, I'm like, okay, I can see the art of fighting through that, but I can also see that as a warrior. And this, as I said, I love doing it. I sit here on my countertop, I put my flowers here, and I really give myself a few minutes to just disconnect and play with that and moving around. There's really nothing else in the world. And it's so much fun. And it's not stressful because a lot of time, like when you do need to do like this, like you said, the Western flower arrangement, you want to fill it up and make sure everything is fine. And here, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Exactly.
Right? It's okay to not to be perfect. And I love that part of like the Japanese culture at all, because you also have the art of like when they, when something break and you fix it with the gold, but you can still see the line where it broke. It's okay to embrace those broken parts. It's okay to embrace the imperfection. And even when we do designs, not every house is going to be perfect. Not every space is going to be perfect, but we're going to try to work around it, right?
Exactly.
I have crazy projects that I had to work, and I have beams in the middle or on top or crazy things that I have to work around it. And it's just a matter of how we embrace it and how we put it together. So now it is beautiful and coming for the space. So tell me, not talking about interior design, how does homeowners and other interior designers can use Ikebana in their spaces or for their clients?
So for their clients, it will show very well. So they can, if let's say you have a client and let's say they like blue, you can also bring that blue flower, make an arrangement, and it will flow, it will match. There is another art in Ikebana that there is a painting, and then you will try to match that painting, the color, the feeling, the story, and you will see them in exhibits actually. And pretty much that's what I did today. For Tefra, they have two artists. One is with land, one with water, and there is a story behind. I don't have to explain that here, but in another episode.
Right.
But it is something so unique, and I had to create two arrangements that will match the story of the artists. So I'm proud that worked. So it's going to be tonight, the grand opening. We'll see the
That's
artists.
awesome. So talking about your art, should we do another one in a different type of vase so we can show? Yes. Oh, so before we take this out, let's talk about I would say, other than we talk about the maintenance of moving around, like, so now we're going to fill this in with water, right?
Well, we should have had water before.
Okay. Yes. Correct. Yes.
So to be filled up. So, and then
how much do you fill it? Like it just need to fill up your little vases. Okay.
I will cover all the way up to the top because water actually it's also part of the arrangement.
Of the arrangements. Okay.
Yes.
And then you pretty much add a little bit water every day just to make sure that the water stays on a certain level.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So that's
let's see what else we can create. I guess I'm going to add water to mine so it won't die. So this is a different type of plate
Yes.
or vessel.
Mm-hmm. So again, also this is 3D design just for me because I wanted to have it very unique.
That is cool with your logo and everything. There we go. So can people buy this online from you?
So what I do at this point, no.
Okay.
I am thinking about
I think you should.
submitting an idea to my team of myself.
Yes.
Because this is so unique. You don't have to worry about the Kenzan. On a typical regular container, you'll put the Kenzan on the left side, right side, it depends in center. This one, it will stay centered.
Okay.
So you can put it in. Again, this is called Kenzan. It's a Japanese flower frog with lots of pointy things. You can put it in your container. So now we can do an arrangement that is the art of throwing in.
Okay. Let's throw
so
stuff.
You just throw in the way you feel. It's kind of like you're just free to do whatever you want.
All right, so let's put some water in here first before we forget. Okay,
let's do that.
So let's put water, just up till the white line that you have here. That works?
That's fine, as long as we have it here. And again, with this one, the way I designed is you can go with the water all the way.
All the way up, okay.
Yes.
All right. Because that's definitely going to change the design. I know it's hard for you guys to see here. Let me throw my water for a second. But you can have the water just in the inner circle, which is, you're not going to see the water by the time we're done with the flower arrangement. But if you put the water in, now the flowers are going to look like they're floating. So it's a totally different feel and different look for your flowers. So we'll start with just that and we'll see how it goes. And we can always add some more water.
Yes.
As the mood strikes us.
All right. So with this one, I would like you to actually pick any flower. If you want some roses, if you want.
And that's the other thing. I don't like to cut a lot of flowers. I do have some flowers in my garden and I have some small roses. So that's a good opportunity because I don't have enough to do like a whole bouquet. Yes. But that is, I can go in when I have really good flowers, I can just cut a couple of them. I still have beautiful flowers outside and then I arrange them on my platter.
Yes.
So you don't have to cut your whole garden if you don't have a big cut garden. And like me, you just have a couple of flowering ones. And then there's still beautiful flowers outside, but you can bring them into your house as well.
Yes.
All right.
So with this one, again, we can go the width twice.
Okay.
We measure, but it can be a little bit taller as well.
Okay.
So that's fine with that.
So we have one.
We can pick any.
And two. So that's pretty much almost the size of this. And that's going to stay there. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I cut that. And what do? Just throw them on the thing. Ta-da.
Yes.
All right.
So
where do we start? Okay.
So I will start
Do we do also the earth, wind, and fire here?
No. So yes, we will need the heaven, human, and earth. Usually the bigger buds, they will go at the bottom.
On the bottom, okay.
So we kind of create like a triangle in a way,
all right,
but a skinny one.
Okay.
So we can start with, again, you can have different flowers.
So what do you like to start with? Do you like to start with the heaven? Do you start with the
I would
earth
like to start with the heaven, so I can give myself my height.
Okay.
And you will see that many times we are taking away a lot of flowers. And you said, oh, what just happened?
Okay.
So again, I'm going to measure twice. And there's a rule that you can also do the height of the container. That helps. So that's my first piece that I'm going to do.
All right. So can something like this can be used for, or that's already too big for the?
No, they can be used. You can go lower, you can go high. So please just.
Okay. Let's see.
So we're just gonna throw in things.
All right, we're throwing things.
It's the art of throwing in.
Okay. But you still have to throw it in a certain in a certain way.
In a certain way.
So they kind of tell you that you can do whatever you want, but not really, right? Okay, so was that going to go in the middle? The heaven goes in the middle?
That's perfect.
All right.
So that will be your tallest one. Perfect.
Yep. All right. So now if I go back to my roses, that's going to be the lowest? Is that going to be the earth?
So never be afraid to cut the buds as I did, so I can give my simplicity.
Okay, so that's too many. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh, now I made a hole. I broke the whole thing.
Oh, it's okay. You have more? Okay. You can always repurpose.
There you go.
Never be afraid.
All right. Okay. Because you're removing so many of, I would say, the buds, that's why it's also so good to do it with, leftover flowers, because you can just take out the stuff that you don't feel that you want to use, or stuff that is really already
you don't
kind
want
of
to
like overpower it. Yeah.
Just want to let each group speak to you. This reminds me when we're kids and playing with blocks and creating from Lego little different castles. And it was all creative. So that was our first way to build something.
That's right. I used to love playing with Legos. There you go. Ta-da!
Okay, so which one is the front? The viewer. Okay, perfect. So this will be your tall. With this, I will go even shorter.
Okay.
And you created a masterpiece.
Oh, thank you. Now, I put them all in the middle, but would you put them somewhere else? Would you?
Nope, that's perfect.
Would you take some of this? I like the leaf like that. I think it gives it some.
It gives a movement. Yes. And again, like I said, it's no rule here. All you want to do is just.
There's rules. All right, so tell me, okay, so you did some stuff for the Reston Art Association this morning, but you're also giving classes and workshops in the area. So tell me a little bit about that as well.
All right, so I do conduct monthly workshops in Reston Center area, and I do private events at corporations for their wellness program, and private events for individuals if they have a group of sometimes 6-10 friends. They just want to get together and do something different. And I do commission work for other companies. They're hiring me and they said, okay, this is the theme, this is what we want, and voila. So the last one was that I had, it was with Google. So I printed some containers in their colors to match, to be playful for their reception. And so it was fun. I like that, to create something new at all times. So.
That's fantastic. And then be on the lookout. We will be hosting one of Narcisa's workshop in our studio. So make sure you follow us on our social media so you can see that. And we'll also post all her information so you can catch some of her workshops in the community as well. Because I'm telling you, since I started to do that, it just literally became like a weekly 5 minutes for myself that I just sit here with my pot of flowers and and I really enjoyed it. But look at that. That is, ooh, all right. We're taking it to the next level, people. Weeds from the garden.
Exactly. So those were picked from after rain. You know how it is in
Virginia.
Virginia. You go on the trail, a lot of branches. I see curves, I see lines. They excite me. And sometimes I start actually with a branch. But look at the movement that now you're getting for this arrangement.
Yeah,
So
that's a whole, definitely take it
so
to the next
lines.
level.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That is amazing.
yeah. So
that is
it's
fantastic.
super simple, but just looking at the imperfection, this is dry.
Yeah,
But
that's why I
they're
said
so
it's like,
beautiful. Just to have them there with the fresh flowers. So yeah.
that is fabulous. So if you have any other question to Narcisa, make sure you drop in the comments. And thank you so much for coming today and playing with us and creating this beautiful arrangement. So again, I'm Anna with AKG Design Studio. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you love our show, please make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to make sure you get to remember where our next episodes are coming. If you want to be a guest on a show, please connect with me at info@AKG Design Studio. You will find all Narcisa's information at the show notes. Also, if you want us to come and design your beautiful space, all our information in the show notes and everywhere. And that's it for today. So thank you so much. And until next time, later.
Bye.